Hey everyone, welcome back to PEX News. We'd really appreciate your support. Please like the video and subscribe to our channel. It truly means a lot to us. Today, former U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations and former National Security Advisor John Bolton spoke with Radio Times about emerging developments concerning U.S. President Donald Trump, the United States, and Trump's relationship with Russian President Vladimir Putin. John Bolton spoke about a wide range of issues, but at the center of it all was a single, inescapable truth. Donald Trump has been played brilliantly by Vladimir Putin. Deep down, he probably knows it. However, as Bolton reminded us, Trump will never admit it publicly. Let's unpack that. Trump has been shifting his rhetoric on Russia. On Truth Social, he warned that Putin is playing with fire and said Russia would have faced really bad things if it weren't for him. It's dramatic, it's vague, and it's classic Trump. But Bolton sees it as something more, a pivot. A calculated move to reframe the narrative, to distance himself from the Kremlin without ever acknowledging that his earlier bromance with Putin was a strategic disaster. Because here's the reality, Trump once claimed he could end the Ukraine war in 24 hours. That hasn't happened. Putin hasn't played the role of the misunderstood friend. Instead, he's doubled down. He's threatened escalation. He's hinted at nuclear war. And for once, the Russian response to Trump's bluster wasn't praise, it was mockery. Bolton calls it out. He says this could be a tactic from the Kremlin. Dial up the threats, make Trump nervous, and see if he folds. Because as Wall Street traders are now joking, the pattern is clear. THO, Trump always chickens out. This isn't just about Ukraine. This is about how Trump makes decisions. Bolton says that if Trump were back in office, the chaos of his first term would seem orderly compared to what's happening now in his inner circle. The staff is thinner, the strategy is unclear, and worse, there's no stable philosophy guiding America's foreign policy. When Bolton was asked what advice he'd give today, he didn't mince words. He'd tell Trump to drop the ego and face facts. Putin isn't looking for peace. He's looking for dominance. And Trump needs to back Ukraine, not with tweets, but with strategy. Leverage their battlefield innovation, invest in drone tech. Take NATO seriously, because if Russia could truly overrun Ukraine, it would have by now, but they can't. They're weakened, but so is Western willpower, and that's where leadership matters. And if Trump really wants to hurt Russia economically, he should stop bluffing on tariffs and actually implement secondary sanctions on countries importing Russian oil. But again, Bolton is skeptical. Trump doesn't tend to follow through unless there's a personal win in it. He also touched on something less serious, but equally revealing, Trump's bizarre statement that Canada wants to become our 51st state. Unsurprisingly, Canada doesn't. Bolton says Trump knows this. But it's ego talking again, and perhaps a convenient excuse to mask a deeper agenda, like trying to pressure Canada into contributing more to joint defense systems, such as the U.S.'s proposed Golden Dome missile shield. Then there's the domestic front. Trump's recent attack on Harvard, freezing federal funds and trying to revoke its right to enroll international students, Bolton sees this for what it is: political theater. An attempt to score points with a base that distrusts elites, despite Trump being an Ivy League billionaire himself. It's about control, and if unchecked, it sets a dangerous precedent. What Trump is doing to Harvard, another president could do to Hillsdale or Liberty. We're venturing into unconstitutional territory, so where does that leave us? According to Bolton, Trump is at a crossroads, on Russia, on NATO, even on China. The growing alliance between Putin and Xi Jinping is no small matter. Trump might want to cozy up to both, but geopolitics doesn't work like that. You can't play both sides when the stakes are this high. And that's the core message today. Foreign policy is not a reality show. It demands consistency, seriousness, and a recognition that the world isn't just reacting to you, it's watching you, learning from your patterns, and waiting to strike when your guard is down. So can Trump adapt? Can he pivot from flattery to firmness with Putin? Can he lead with strategy instead of spectacle? Time will tell. But as John Bolton made clear, reality doesn't bend to ego forever. Eventually it breaks it. Stay sharp, stay informed, and we'll see you next time.